Just came back from therapy, and yeah, today we're just gonna reflect on that, and we're gonna maybe do some psychoanalysis so I can further understand what was going on. But I went into over the weekend with thinking that my therapist had asked me, "What is it that I want?" And I couldn't answer that question. I couldn't answer it. And over the weekend, I thought of many possibilities of like what I wanted. I shared some of those possibilities with you guys in the last video. One of the things I wanted is for people to care about me, people to feel bad for me. And I was like, and so in therapy, when I went into there, I told her today, I was like, yeah, when you said you cared about me, you're sad for me, it put a smile on my face. And she asked why, and so I told her it was yes, attention-seeking reasons, and we went into that. And I told her this though. I told her about Julianne, about how Julianne never gives me the satisfaction when she understands like I'm in the bad place, or she sees me babbling about being depressed. She finds it to be cringe, which is truth, but she just sees it as a kid, who is very hurt, but nonetheless a kid just expressing himself. And so she's like, that all that kid wants is for me to feel sorry for him. And so she's like, I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of that, because you have to do it. That's what Julianne's been telling me. Oh my god, it just clicked. She's been saying like, I'm not gonna be that person for you. That's why she laughs at it, because it's just this kid, you know, but it's not her kid. It's not her, you know, like decision to heal him. So she just laughs at it because she knows it's silly, but she also understands that there is a lot of emotion there. It is hurtful to me and stuff like that. But what she truly, oh my god, what Julianne is seeing is that there is a kid just getting the best of me. That's where this existentialism comes in. That's where all these statements, these ideations come from. These suicidal ideations is just a kid trying to say anything and everything to receive attention. It seems dark, but that's all it is. I mean, there's just like a part of me that's like that, and I will go, what lengths will I go to know that people care about me? And that's what I thought it was to be, right? And then my therapist, when I told her all these, I didn't say all that, but my therapist said, "Why do you think that the only way people can care about you is by feeling bad for you?" And I had no answer, but she got me with that, right? She's like, "So, why is it to me that people getting excited over me, or the people at work giving me such validation? Why doesn't that not show that people care about you? Why is the only thing that registers in your brain that they care about me is when they validate your pain, but in a way that's like they feel bad for you, not even like validating it and like talking about it, more just feeling bad. Like why? And I now understand why. I think I've just been hurt for so long, and so like I put up so many walls, and it's like if you can get through this whole guessing game of walls and this smoke and mirrors, and you see me, then I'll know. I'll know you care about me, and I know you see me, and then I'll go back into the darkness and let it consume me. But at least I know you care. But also the darkness it's me. I told my therapist that like I see this as a game. She's like, what? She's like, is this just a game to you about like me seeing if I can get her to care about me? Me seeing at which lengths will a therapist go to care about me? But the reason that she's still my therapist is because she has been 10 chess moves ahead at every turn. I've never had a therapist this competent, and because she is competent, I know I can trust her, right? Because I've tried so many games, I per se. By games, I mean like deflecting or getting her to talk about herself, or like avoiding all the questions going undetected. Like, no, she's reading through every single move, bro. And that's why I came back to her, right? But I told her that I was like, I'm playing this game where I'm trying to see like if you'll care about me. But she's like, yeah, I've told you I've cared about you. I'm like, yeah, but it's not about what you told me. It's about do I see it? You know. My therapist and Julianne are the same in that they won't give me that satisfaction. They won't feel bad for me. They're not gonna let me get that easy way out. They will never let me get that easy way out. I mean, Jamil to an extent, right? But I don't really see him like too often. Like I can, because oh, bro, I know he's listening, but I think part of me when bad things happen, like, or not when bad things happen, when I'm in this state, I want to be alone. I want to be unaccountable, right? But obviously, there's people in my life that are gonna make me accountable, but I want to limit it. And so even though he lives, a distance from me, that's why I don't really. I talk to him less when I'm in this state. Because I know if I talk to him, he would hold me accountable and cut that bullshit, bro. He makes me cut the bullshit every time. And even if I said these sad things or whatever, he's a no bullshit type of guy, bro. Which, to get there, you have to be hardened to an extent, which that is why I can trust those people to follow them, right? Anyways, my therapist, so when she said, "Is this a game?" and I was like, "No, I'm trying to convince her." I'm like, "Well, it is kind of, but like not really. Like it's this game I guess I'm playing, and I've convinced myself that the other person is playing it. I've always convinced myself that this whole game I'm playing, this the schema in which my mind is frameworked in, is just people are living in that, and the things I see everyone's seeing, or vice versa, right?" And in that moment, I was like, "Wait, but you're not playing, and neither is Julianne." Because they see the chessboard. They see that I've configured the chessboard in a way that I always win. I will always win. You know how? Is like, okay, I put I'm like put my self-sabotage. I'm in this like piece of shit state, and then I like complain about it to Julianne or my therapist. Not complain about, talk about it, right? And two things will happen. Either they will validate that I'm a piece of shit, or not a piece of shit. They'll validate my pain and be like, I can understand why you feel that, like all that stuff, and they can be like, woe is you, poor you, which will make me feel good because they see my pain. Or they ignore it, or they don't do anything about it. They don't validate my pain, and they just kind of like, and I feel bad, which actually makes me feel good because I want to feel bad. And so this whole game I've set up is a win-win for me. Nobody's living in this imagination but me. I'm playing a false game with everyone because it's a bid for control. It is me trying to control things, which is what God is trying to show me in many different ways. Because that's also related to the thing where I'm making these grand proclamations where I say, I'm the greatest of all time. And if I say that to someone, what is their choice? Either validate that and make me feel great, or like not validate it and like, I don't know, hurt, hurt my feelings. Like I kind of put them in a space where it's like, you either say yes or I'm hurt. So it's the same thing. It's just me, not maliciously, but being manipulative and trying to control the world around me. Like this, I have this pretending like I have this sphere of influence where I can force people and submit people into these positions, um, like these chess positions, or like if that didn't none of this makes sense, I'm sorry, but. And I told her in therapy, I said, what I really want. She's like, what do you want? And I was like, I want to be better. I don't want to be better. I'm missing the want. I want to do it. Part of depression, addiction, is that it wins the game when you become hopeless, right? How do you bring someone out of that? You provide them hope, even when they can't see it. Even when I'm saying I don't want anything, she was still like, I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm only here because like my mom and Julianne and you wanted me to be here. I told her that, right? I told my therapist that. But she knows it's smoking. It's bullshit. She's like, you're here because you want to be here, bro. You only do things you want to do. There's plenty of things that your parents and Julianne want you to do that you're still not doing. Like you're here because a part of you wants to be here. And she's like, and why is that? And I was like, because a part of me has hope and believes that things will get better. And she makes me admit that, right? So I went from hopeless and then entered that room and became hopeful. Not because she like gave me anything, more because my therapist just pointed out that part of my behavior is already showing hope. Part of what I'm doing, I'm being blindsided by the disease, that the depression, to make me think that there's no hope all around and everything's doomsday, when plenty of things are showing hope and plenty of things are going well. It's just a mind virus, right? Anyways, in all, I know what I have to do, and I always say sorry, I always say I don't know in therapy a lot. I say I don't know, and I say it a lot here too, or I'll say a statement and then I'll be like, oh, I don't know. Like it's a lack of confidence thing, right? And she told me, you're one of the most insightful people I've met. She's like, it's bullshit. Like she knows I'm insightful. So I was like, oh, so you know that I actually do know, and I'm just saying I don't know. She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you're right. I know exactly what to do to get better. And all the things that I avoid, all the pain that I avoid, the death, the grief, the sadness. Walking into all of that with an open heart is what I have to do. And it's the only thing I've ever had to do. It's just about procrastination and postponing the inevitable. And so we ride at dawn, baby. Things will be better. Just like the dude, just like the dude at church said to me. Things are going to get better, and then they're going to get better, and then after that, they're going to get better and better. And so we're on that ride right now. And also, Fritos sponsor me, bro. I am pretty, like, I don't know, anti-corporation, but nobody has made a better chip than the twist, the barbecue twist, the honey barbecue twist. This is, here goes the rankings. Honey barbecue twist, sour cream and onion ruffles, cheddar, sour cream and onion ruffles, the spicy jalapeno Cape Cod chips. Oh my god. Guys, girls, gays, queers, they, them, these are any all. Everyone, anyone. Have a blessed rest of your Monday. Hope you guys had a great start to your week. Well, Sunday is the start, but. And toodaloo.